Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, coming at you accompanied, like always, by my lovely cohort, Zombie Deathcitos. And we are here to regale you with another review. No, this time not a movie review. If you've been following my channel, you know that Professor Macabro likes to partake every Friday evening on a little booze and movie marathon to relieve the stress of the hateful work week and just enjoy a couple of movies, good movies, bad movies, any sort of movies, while enjoying his booze, indeed. Now, Professor Macabro usually either drinks mixed drinks with soda or juices or beer, but your old pal Professor Macabro is getting a little big on the waist, so I decided to cut back on beer and sodas. Indeed. Interesting thing about that is that I've discovered that since I've lowered the amounts of soda but upped the amount of booze, I've gotten drunk faster. So I still need to work out the kinks on my drinking. Indeed. Yes, indeed. But I saw this particular item on a visit to the U.S. that I had, and I was like, well, I just have to try it. Yes, indeed, because Professor Macabro also likes to partake on these weird, different soda flavors that he encountered. This is something that I have a camaraderie with Newt Wallen from Schlockenoff Films, and whenever we convince him to do so, Maratletoso also joins in on the soda fun. Indeed. So whenever I see Newt Wallen talk about a soda flavor, I hunt it down and do my mixing experiments. And such is the case with this. I found a bottle of Coca-Cola Spiced. Now, Professor Macabro's a big fan of the Kraken Black Spiced Rum, and also Bacardi Spice. It's the only Bacardi that I enjoy. I'm not a big fan of Bacardi myself, but Bacardi Spiced, very, very good. So, I was like, I'm going to do a Spiceception experiment. Buy this Coca-Cola Spiced and mix it with one of my spiced rums. Now, unfortunately, I haven't been able to find a bottle of the Kraken Black Spice rum, but I did have a bottle of Bacardi Spice, which is almost gone. So, R.I.P. this bottle of Bacardi. Now, I have dabbled on the Coca-Cola variants. I tried that Starburst, Stardust, whatever the hell the name was. Didn't much care for it. Too sweet. But a chemically sweet flavor. And sodas used to be sugared with cane sugar, and they were delicious. But the cost of cane sugar went up. I think also there was a tax on cane sugar. So the soda companies and most food that we consume started using high fructose corn syrup, and that's when this thing became the downfall that is now. Indeed, Mexico still held on as best it could, but the cost of making the cane sugar was too high, and they also adopted the high fructose corn syrup variation. And now, I don't particularly like the flavor. That's why I mix it with sodas, or when you're having some delicious carne asada taquitos, that's when you want to pop out the Coke in a glass bottle. Because here in Mexico, we do still have glass bottles of Coca-Cola, and that really saves the flavor of New Coke. So try that Starburst thing, too sweet. Try the Ultimate Coca-Cola, and that was really good. I wish I would have stocked up on more bottles or cans of that Ultimate Coca-Cola, because I really enjoyed that one. Then you have your Cherry Coke, which I prefer Cherry Pepsi more than Cherry Coke myself. Then what else did we have? We had that Ultimate Coca-Cola. We had that 3K Coca-Cola, which I didn't really care for that much, too chemically. And I think they used a different Coke formula, and the flavors just didn't meld. So I was looking forward to this, but also dreading it. It says it's made from raspberry spiced. It has raspberry flavor. It's spiced and also contains other natural flavors. Yeah, right. Like this black tar actually has anything natural in it. Doesn't even have cane sugar anymore. But again, I was hoping for something that hopefully was not too sweet, but had a nice aftertaste. And having opened the bottle and took a few first sips, it unfortunately tastes like that 3K thing or the Starburst thing. It's sweet, and mind you, I tried the Peepsy thing. That was the Pepsi with Peeps. That was sweet, but a little bit too sweet, but not a bad sweet. It balanced the flavors very nicely. Same with that Ultimate Coke again, but this, it had that very strong raspberry flavor, which didn't really sit well with me, and it had no aftertaste. It just tasted like you were drinking the Coke Zero Sugar variation with a hint of raspberry, nothing spiced. I detected none the spice on this thing, so I was like, well, that's disappointing. Time to bring out the Bacardi spice and make a spiceception, and that's what I did. I grabbed a few ice cubes, I poured my Bacardi spiced, I poured this thing, and oh boy, let me tell you, Professor Macabro has done some questionable things in his life, and he has not made the best decisions in his 45 years in this planet. But, oh boy, was mixing the Bacardi spice with this thing not a good idea. It actually makes me happy that I don't have a bottle of the Kraken Black Spice Rum. Because the Kraken Black Spice Rum has very unique and tasty flavor. But it can be a bit too much if you mix it with other flavored sodas. Normal sodas, okay. Flavored sodas, you get a very interesting bomb there. So that's why I went with the Bacardi Spiced. I could have used the Kraken White Spice Rum, the Kraken Ghost White Rum, and that would have actually, I think, benefited this thing better. Because the combination of the spice from the Bacardi and the chemical sweetness of this was a bit too much. I actually regretted it, I must admit. If I had a bottle of Kraken Ghost White Rum, that would have complemented this one better because it would have added the alcohol without adding to the already overpowering flavor of the Coca-Cola Spiced. You see. So, yes, really happy I didn't mix it with Kraken Black Spice Rum because that would have been a bit too overpowering and I would not have enjoyed that. No. So, unfortunately, much like that 3K one and that Starburst thing, this I would not entirely recommend. On its own, it's too overpowering, the chemical sweetness flavor of this. And you don't get really any spiced aftertaste. I didn't detect nothing extra other than the raspberry flavor and the already not very good new Coke formula. I don't know if they started using the same, well, I suppose it's all the same, but have you ever gone to those soda fountains and poured Coke and it had this weird soda fountain flavor? That's what American Coke it tastes to me now. Tastes like water, those soda fountains. But this one just has the extra chemicals to give it the spice and raspberry flavor. So, yes, here in the grand old country of Mexico, I like to partake in my carne asada taquitos and have a glass bottle of Coca-Cola. That's the glass bottle. A nice cold glass bottle of Coca-Cola with your taquitos. Good stuff. So, yes, I try to avoid the American Coca-Cola formula. But I like experiment. Yes, I have made many questionable decisions and mistakes in my life, but I still like to experiment and be open to new food or drink experiences. So, hit or miss, at least it gives me something to talk about, and it gives me a valuable learning experience for, like, this. I will definitely not revisit Coca-Cola Spiced. Yes, so, no. And, yes, don't even try mixing it with, any other. Again, curious how it would mix with the white, Kraken rum, but I'm not gonna buy another one, so that's this. One and done for me. And indeed. Now, Newt Wallen did mention that he found a vanilla cherry Coke, which if I find a bottle of that, I'll definitely give that a go. But it has been my conclusions that flavored soda goes better with the white rum than it does with the spiced rums. Normal sodas, okay, but the flavor variants get to be too much for the palate, you see. So yes, that is my review of Coca-Cola Spiced. Let me know if you've found bottles of Coca-Cola Spiced and what you think of this new concoction by the Coca-Cola Company. Is it good? Is it bad? Let me know in the comments down below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until we see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro and his lovely gal pal, Zombie Deathcitos, thanking you for watching, and wishing you all, like always, a good evening.